outside to Smuda. Smuda turns and scores. As the horn sounds, Bella Smuda corner to Hess. Hess for three. Boom! Emma Hess, her third three-pointer of this first quarter.
The Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Fakes the shot, gets everybody to bite, takes it into the paint, floats it home. Beautiful move.
With Liberty and Conference USA, it's time for the Flames to rise again. Rise with us. Welcome to live pregame radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Liberty basketball is also brought to you by Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Welcome to the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show, powered by Segra. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Kerry Green. Plus, pregame analysis, starting lineups, and much more are on the way. Now let's go live courtside with the voice of Liberty Lady Flames basketball, Jamie Hall.
Hello everyone, welcome into Liberty Arena. Today the Lady Flames will be taking on North Carolina A&T. The Aggies at 2-4 on the year, but a team that is much better than their record. Lady Flames, they're 4-3. A&T, they are picked to win the CAA this season. They went 22-12 a year ago, 13-5 in conference. Won 2 games in the WNIT, and they have their top 4 scorers back from a season ago, but they've had a little bit of a slow start. They are, though, on a 2-game winning streak. They beat D2 Winston-Salem State 68-42, and then they beat North Carolina Central 62-39. That's a tough stretch to kind of really get too much information from because I mentioned Winston-Salem State is a D2 school. North Carolina Central is 0-10 on the year. The two things that are interesting there, certainly the fact that they're winless, but the fact that they've been able to play 10 games already, when if you look conversely, the Aggies have only played 6 games. So it's been a very busy start to the season for Central. So don't know what we can glean from those 2 games, but it is some confidence that this Aggies team certainly has needed after their slow start. They lost to North Carolina 66-47 at home, and then at SMU earlier in the season 77-64, a tough loss at Rice 61-60, and then at Mercer 46-38. And I think the theme that you can kind of pick up there is they're not putting a lot of points on the board. They're only averaging 57 points a game and giving up 55. So the defense is good, but they haven't been able to get the scoring going, only shooting 35% from the field and 22% from 3. They defend at 22% from 3 as well, and that's something that the Flames have done well this year, shooting 38% as a squad from behind the arc and 47% from the field. So we'll see if this is more of a sludge. It's going to probably go in the Aggies' favor. If it's a high-scoring game, it'll go towards the Flames. Liberty's coming off the most points they've scored in 13 years. They beat Christopher Newport 106-58 a week ago, had 31 assists in that game. So a very well-rounded offensive effort. Everyone got involved for Liberty. This is the 14th time these teams have met. The Flames have a 7-6 advantage. A&T won last year in Greensboro 56-47. The Flames only shot 33% in that game, so it was more of a sludge, and it didn't go well for Liberty. They fell victim to the Aggies, one of the 22 wins that they had a year ago. Our Foster Fuels Who's Hot is Emily Howard. Emily Howard had 17 points and 5 rebounds in the game against Christopher Newport. A lot of Lady Flames put up career highs or near that in the game. Avery Mills had 13, not quite her career high, but a great game for her, 6 assists. Brooke Moore had a career high, 13 points in the game, 5 assists. Bella Smuda had 19 points and 9 rebounds. And then Elizabeth Iastadish had 13 points and 6 boards against CNU. So a solid game in that offensive explosion that Liberty had against Christopher Newport a week ago today. Our Alcova Mortgage keys to the game. Well, Coach Green will tell us a little bit more about those here in just a moment when we talk to him. But I imagine it's going to center around rebounding. Both of these teams rebound the ball well. The Flames are a +8, and North Carolina A&T is a +7. So that is another thing to keep an eye on. Are shots falling? Is there fluid to the game? Is it a high-scoring game? And then also, who's getting on the glass is probably going to determine who wins this basketball game. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit carillionclinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
You're listening to Liberty Basketball and the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Our pregame coverage continues with the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green, presented by Earthright Mid-Atlantic. Once again, here's Jamie Hall.
Well, Coach, it's been a little bit of a different week. It's funny how this season works out, and I know scheduling just has its quirks, but you had a busy first week, then you had a slow couple of weeks, and then a really busy fourth week of the season, and then you had a little bit of a slow week. So you've had a week of practice and reflection on the season to this point, and how has the last week gone?
Well, we're closing in to the academic, so it's been something good for the players to try to relieve some of their stress before they get into the finals, and also take the stress away from basketball because, oh, I got a paper to turn in. No, I'm supposed to be rebounding, that type of thing. It's just been good. We're just moving along, and we have you get in December and the Christmas lights come out, so you're always getting a different mindset, and it's finishing of the semester academically, and then not too far behind that is some family time at Christmas time. So we're just trying to keep them focused right now.
A solid win in that last game against Christopher Newport. Everybody got involved, scored a lot of points in that game. I know it's against a lower division team, but it's a very good lower division team. It's a good squad, the number 5 team in the country in their division. What do you learn from a game like that when you get to see a lot of different lineups and a lot of different players playing minutes?
Well, I think you begin respecting your opponent because they brought a different style of play. They played a lot of people as well, and they got our attention real quick. First 2 or 3 possessions, they shot layups on us after us scoring. And so respecting your opponent, fear none, and stay focused and stay in the process. And it was an opportunity to get some other people involved that have earned opportunities to play. And the situation was that, we could play a lot of people. So it was good. It was good for the entire team.
North Carolina A&T, a 20-win team a season ago.
Yeah.
Picked to win their conference this year. A little bit of a slow start for them, but still a very talented squad.
Oh, man, I'm not surprised they're picked to win it. They won 21 games last year. They beat us at their place. A very well-coached, well-disciplined, and more mature. And, yeah, they've lost one game by 1 point, and that was on the road at Rice. Their record does not indicate what kind of program they've got because they're really pretty good. It's going to be a battle for us, especially on the boards. They're going to challenge us in every area, so we need to play an A game today.
You mentioned the rebounding. Not many times you face a team that has a plus, as much of a plus as they do as far as boarding, and that's with a losing record. Again, like I said, a little bit of a struggle at the beginning of the year, but it certainly hasn't been a struggle on the glass.
No, they shoot the ball and go after it. So we have to be conscious of boxing out and going after the ball. Sometimes we go after the ball, we don't box out, somebody beats us to the ball. So that's going to be, and no question, there's a lot of factors in the game, but I don't think there's any more impactful than the rebounding game today against a very talented and there's other factors of make shots, don't turn the ball over, stay out of foul trouble, things like that, but none more than the rebounding, and hopefully we'll be focused on that area.
How about our Ortho Virginia injury report coming into today after the week off?
Well, we seem to be okay. We've got Emily Howard has, it's undetermined right now, extent of injury, but she had an injury yesterday, so she will not be available today.
Coach, wish you the best.
Okay.
Talk to you afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
That was it. Coach Kerry Green. We'll be back with the relevant law tip right after this on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, Aqua Pros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. Aqua Pros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, Aqua Pros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of Aqua Pros 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local buyer.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank and Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank and Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank and Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty Lady Flames basketball is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's game time. Live radio play-by-play coverage of Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is brought to you by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game. Here's Jamie Hall.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. We're just about ready for some basketball. Starting lineups are being announced. The Lady Flames taking on North Carolina A&T. Let's tell you who's in the starting five for the Aggies and their head coach Terrell Robinson in his 13th season at the helm. A 231 and 135 record while at A&T. And he'll start, if you're looking at the roster, pretty much everybody at the bottom of the roster. Everybody that's on my list of players that have been getting a reasonable amount of minutes. It's a high number heavy starting five. Let's start with number 21, Jordan Dorsey. She is a 5'9" senior. Has scored 32% of the points that the Aggies have put on the board this year. She's averaging 18. A&T is only averaging 57 as a squad. Malia Bracone. Bracone wears 24, a 5'10" graduate student from Anderson, South Carolina by way of Presbyterian. She's averaging 8 points and 4 rebounds a game. Paris Locke wears 25, 6-foot-tall sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. 12.7 points a game for Locke. Keona Curtis, number 32, 6'1" junior from Grovetown, Georgia. 4 points, 4 rebounds a game. And then Sonaya Clark. Clark wears 33, a 6'4" redshirt junior from Fort Myers, Florida. She had 17 points and 10 rebounds against the Flames a year ago in the win down in Greensboro. For Liberty and their head coach, Kerry Green, in his 26th season, 569 wins, 236 losses. We'll start Jordan Hodges at the point, 5'6" senior from Richmond, Virginia, averaging 7.5 points a game. Asia Boone also in the backcourt wears number 12, 5'8" sophomore from San Diego, California, putting up almost 11 points a game. A team high 17 three-pointers on the year, 41%. Emma Hess plays the 3. The 6-foot-tall senior wears number 23. She had 14 points a against North Carolina A&T a year ago. She's had 13 three-pointers on the season to this point, averaging just under 11 a game. Elizabeth Ayestadish at the 4 is number 21, 6'2" sophomore from Iceland. Had 13 points and 6 rebounds against Christopher Newport last time out. Is averaging 5 points and 7 rebounds a game. And then finally Bella Smuda in the post, number 31, 6'6" redshirt senior from Exton, Pennsylvania. 13.1 points a game, a team high 7 rebounds a contest. Well, a team high 13.1 points a game as well. Bella had 19 points and 9 rebounds against Christopher Newport. Liberty in the white uniforms, red numbers, baby blue trim. North Carolina A&T in the dark blue uniforms, I should say, with white numbers and gold trim. We're just waiting for TV to give us the indication that we're ready to go. Flames will be traveling from left to right in the first half of the game. And we are underway. The opening tip is won by the Flames. They'll have the basketball to start things off. Jordan Hodges off of a screen, comes to the top of the arc, goes back to Ayestadish. Elizabeth takes a couple of dribbles and bounces it to Boone. Boone in the far side corner will come back up top to Ayestadish. 12 seconds to shoot, now to Smuda. Smuda faces up, gonna dribble it into the paint, and she shuffled her feet. Traveling violation, turns it over to A&T. On the season, the Aggies force about 15 turnovers a game, give it up 17 times. The Flames, this is really the number they need to get down. They're giving it up 22 times, forcing 16. Aggies with their first possession of the game. Clark has Smuda on her, well outside the paint. Now a handoff to Locke. Locke dribbles it to the far side corner to Curtis. Her three-pointer is short, and the Flames, Ayestadish gets the rebound. Mentioned that the Aggies only shooting 22% from 3 on the year. That is not their strong suit, as we have a foul away from the ball. Down low on Clark. She was fighting with Bella Smuda for position. First foul of the game for either team. No score as we're about a minute in. Hodges puts the ball in play to Hess. Hess takes a baseline jumper, and it's an air ball. Rebound, North Carolina A&T. Paris Locke up top to Curtis. Curtis a bounce pass on the inside and was able to slip that through to Clark, who scored the first 2 points of the game. Hodges across half court for Liberty. Flames get their offense going on the near side to Hess. Now up top to Boone. Boone for 3, off the mark. Long rebound into the corner, and it's picked up by Hodges. Flames will get a second chance. Hodges hooks a pass back out to Ayestadish. Her three-pointer is off the mark. Hess had it for a moment. Rebound is tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Aggies basketball. Bring it slowly across half court is Jordan Dorsey. Mentioned Dorsey averaging 18 points a game. In the near side corner to Bracone. Bracone off of a screen, drives and kicks to Curtis. Curtis's long 2 is good. Flames find themselves down by 4. 7:42 to go in the first quarter. A pass in the middle is to no one in particular. Flames with the turnover. Crone back the other way for A&T. Pass out to Locke. Locke's jumper is in and out. Rebound Liberty. Jordan Hodges will slowly bring it into the offensive end. Gives off to Ayestadish, now to Hess. Interior feed for Smuda is kicked back to Hess. She'll pick it up and bounce it right back into Bell, who scores. Flames with their first 2 points of the game. It's 4-2 A&T. Three minutes into the first quarter. Dorsey to Bracone. Bracone has Hodges on her. Dumps in the middle to Dorsey. Dorsey takes a contested shot and still able to bank it in over the top of Hess. It was not an easy attempt by any stretch of the imagination. She made it look easy. Boone with the ball far side. Picks up her dribble. Gets it in the high post to Smuda. Now to Hess. Hess near wing. Holds the ball. Kicks back out to Ayastadish. She gets into the paint. Kicks far side to Hodges for three. Off the mark. Rebound to Ayastadish. She'll reset to Hess. Flames struggling from outside the arc. Get this game going. They're 0 of 3. 1 of 5 total for the game. Into Ayastadish. Goes baseline. Contested jumper. Falls through. Ayastadish was able to fade to the baseline, score over the top of the defense, and cut this back to a 2-point game. Dorsey with the ball for the Aggies. Up to Curtis. Curtis tries a backdoor pass, and the Flames had stolen it away. The whistle blew first, and it will be a 3-second violation. First turnover for North Carolina A&T. The Flames have a couple. Liberty's not led in this game so far. They could with a three-pointer on this possession. Ayastadish to the top of the arc. Hands to Boone. Boone's in a tough spot. Was still able to get through 3 defenders, but missed the layup. Dorsey back the other way for A&T. To Locke to Curtis. Top of the arc. Over to Bracone. Bracone off of a pick. They'll dish it back into the corner for Curtis. It's tipped out of bounds. And it'll be North Carolina A&T basketball. Aggie's going to make some substitutions. As Bracone, Clark, and Curtis will check out of the game. Flames deflect the inbounds. Raven Douglas has come in. Dariana Howard and Delaney Yarborough. Inbound to Douglas. 10 seconds to shoot. She dribbles around a hedge, tries a backdoor pass, and it's stolen away by Hess. Hess leads a break-up court for Liberty in the corner to Boone. Boone for 3. Off the mark, though. Rebound to A&T. Flames had also made a substitution during that timeout. We see Peen Steenbergen for the first time. She replaces Smuda, so the Flames go small. Ayastadish is guarding Yarborough down on the low block. Dorsey with the basketball. Lobs it. It's deflected and taken away by the Flames. Liberty forces another turnover. Hodges down court, gets it into the paint, and missed the shot. Strong move. Just the finish hasn't been there a couple of times for Liberty. We saw that with Boone a moment ago. A&T with the basketball. Aggies on the drive, taking it to the hoop is Locke. She draws the foul and hits the shot. Makes it an 8-4 lead for North Carolina A&T, and they'll have a free throw when we return after this timeout. Here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch supports so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Not a particularly good start for the Lady Flames offensively. They're shooting 22% from the field, 2 of 9, 0 of 4 from 3. North Carolina A&T, 4 of 6 from the field, 67%. They are not listed as having taken a 3. I thought they had missed 1, but maybe a foot was on the line. Rebounding 5-4 in favor of the Aggies. Flames do have a couple of offensive rebounds and 2 second chance points off of that. But points in the paint are 6-2 North Carolina A&T. Nobody with more than 2 points to begin the game. Aggies will shoot a free throw here momentarily to try to extend what is currently a 4-point lead. If you're just tuning in, Coach Green mentioned during pregame that Emily Howard would not be available today. She had an injury in practice yesterday and is going to be evaluated further, but the Flames very thin in the post because of that. Really the only true post player currently suited up is Bella Smuda. We saw in the last possession that Elizabeth Ayestadish was playing the 5. She now checks out of the game and Bella comes back in. So we may see some strategic substitutions for Liberty. Get Bella out of the game, assuming she's going to probably play a few more minutes than normal. Get her out of the game maybe right before media timeouts would occur. That's what they did. So she got a couple of minutes of game time, and then the commercial breaks also. The free throw is off the mark. So not able to capitalize on the 3-point play was locked. Flames with the rebound. They get back onto the offensive end trailing by 4. Avery Mills, who came in during that timeout, will go down to Smuda. Smuda works towards the baseline. Nice move and kisses it off the glass over the top of Yarborough. Anna Bedoza also in for the first time today for Liberty as it goes cross court to Dorsey. North Carolina A&T on the drive, and an offensive foul going to wipe off the play. Dorsey is called for the charge. She lowered herself into Avery Mills, who took it. Liberty now will get the ball back, trailing by 2. North Carolina A&T showing some full court pressure. Peen Steenbergen to inbound. Gets it into Bedoza. Bedoza double teamed in the backcourt, finds Steenbergen across the timeline. Back to Bedoza. Off of a screen, she resets things in the corner to Mills. Mills drives baseline, is cut off, still makes her way through and muscles it in. Avery Mills has tied this game up at 8 apiece. Avery coming off a 13.6 assist outing against Christopher Newport a week ago. 8-8 with 3:05 to go first quarter. Howard on the drive for A&T. She fades and has her shot blocked by Smuda, and Liberty comes away with the basketball. Liberty a chance to take their first lead of the game so far. Bedoza at the top of the arc. Out to Mills. Mills inside to Smuda. She's going to take a 15-foot jumper. It's off the mark. The rebound to Steenbergen. She's double teamed and fouled. Aggies were trying to tie the ball up. A little too much arm. And the Lady Flames will inbound on the baseline. That is now a 7-5 rebounding edge for the Flames. And turnovers have swung. Flames had the first 2 of the game, 4 straight for A&T. Liberty inbounds to Steenbergen, who gives it right back to Bedoza, but Bedoza hadn't come in bounds yet. Emma Hess has checked back in for Liberty. Asia Boone will come out. Douglas with the basketball for the Aggies to Bracone, who has also re-entered the game. She takes off from a screen, missed the shot, but it was almost like a shot pass to Yarborough, who picks it off the glass and scores. North Carolina A&T up by 2. Bedoza crosses it over. Nice move to get to the hoop. Easy lay-in from Anna Bedoza. First 2 points of the game for her. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first. Douglas back on offense for the Aggies. Far side to Bracone. Her three-pointer is good. Again, this is not a North Carolina A&T team that hits a particularly high percentage from three. And they actually take slightly less threes than their opponents do on the year. But that three-pointer gives them a 3-point lead. Liberty back on offense. Steenbergen, she's going to take it towards the basket, scoops and scores. Back-to-back possessions where the Flames lull the defense to sleep on the near wing and then attack the rack. 13-12, Aggies with the lead in the basketball. Raven Douglas, far side to Jessup, Elliott Jessup. Waits for a screen, comes off of it, bounces it into the paint, and it's kicked away by Emma Hess. Goes into the high dollar seats on the near side of the court, in that same corner where the cheerleaders are. First of a doubleheader, sort of a day-night doubleheader. The Liberty men will play tonight. On the inbounds, Malia Bracone was fouled by Avery Mills and will shoot a couple of free throws. Bracone, 2 of 2 on the year from the free throw line, averaging 8 points a game. Nobody with more than 1 foul in the game so far. Bracone misses the free throw. Aggies as a team 69% from the free throw line. They've missed their first 2 today. Bracone hits the second and makes it a 14-12 lead. Bedoza running the point, comes across to Mills. Mills takes it into the paint, kicks far side to Moore. Moore out to Steenbergen. Steenbergen being harassed, steps back for 3 and banks it in. Not sure that's what she meant to do, but it works out for the Flames' first lead of the game. We'll say she did, because that looked pretty good. It looked kind of like a Tim Duncan type shot, but he was usually taking those from about 14, 15 feet. As I say that, an offensive foul as North Carolina A&T was trying to set up their offense, moving screen. We'll give it back over to Liberty. 17.7 seconds and the shot clock off here at the end of this first quarter. Inbounds to Bedoza. She's guarded by Douglas. Cross half court with 10 seconds to Mills. Back to Bedoza on the near wing. Going to try to drive towards the corner. Nothing there. 5 seconds to shoot. Out to Mills. Mills for 3. In and out. Rebound to Ayestadish, but time will expire before she's able to get a shot up. And we go to the end of the first quarter, having the Lady Flames on top, 15-14. And what was a slow start offensively for Liberty, but a pretty good finish to the quarter. They hit 5 of their last 7 field goals to take the lead. We'll take a break and come back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg. Lynchburg, with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
15-14, Liberty with the lead over North Carolina A&T. Flames have trailed by as many as 4 in this game. This lead is their first. No significant score other than Payne Steenbergen. She's got 5. Bacone for North Carolina A&T and Smuda for Liberty have 4. Liberty shooting 44% from the field, 7 of 16. A&T is 6 of 10 from the field, 60%. 1 of 1 from 3 for the Aggies and 1 of 6 for Liberty. Flames haven't taken a free throw and the Aggies are 1 of 3. Turnovers 5 for North Carolina A&T and 3 for the Flames. Rebounding is 8-6 Liberty. It will be it will be A&T's basketball to start the second quarter. Flames won the opening tip. Of course, in college basketball, you got the alternating possession, so that doesn't necessarily mean that the team that won the tip, the other team gets the ball to start the second, unlike the NBA, which does it whoever wins the tip in the first gets the ball to start the fourth, and the other team gets the second and the third. A&T with the basketball, they're going to work it down low, and a nice play to get it inside to Howard. Howard regains the lead. I'm sorry, Dorsey. That was Howard feeding Dorsey. Flames back on offense. Quick shot, pops out. Rebound A&T. They're up 16-15, 30 seconds into the second quarter. Lock into the paint. We'll kick it far side to Dorsey. Her three-pointers off the mark, but an offensive rebound and stick back by Clark is good. 4 straight points for the Aggies to begin the second quarter. Flames have 3 parts of the starting lineup on the court at the moment as it goes into Smuda. Smuda tries to fight her way through the paint, but missed the shot. Rebound Aggies, back the other way, Dorsey. She kicks it to Locke, and Locke traveled with the basketball. Shuffled her feet. Liberty will get it back. Asia Boone will return to the game. So now 4/5 of the starters on the court. Ayastadish, Smuda, Hodges, Boone, and the second teamer is Brooke Moore. She's got the ball on the far wing. Looking for Smuda, instead will come up top to Boone. Boone near wing to Ayastadish. Guarded by Howard, goes baseline, kicks to Moore. Moore out to Hodges, 6 seconds to shoot. She dumps it into Ayastadish, who missed the shot. It did an entire lap around the rim and came out. That was a well-run offensive play That ball was halfway down and somehow spun out. A&T basketball, they lead by 3. Dorsey at the top of the arc with Boone on her. Lobs it near wing to Howard. Howard looking postward, nothing for. Back outside to Dorsey. Dorsey with 8 seconds to shoot, waits for a screen, gives to Clark. Clark's going to try a three-pointer, and she banked it in. All right, the teams are even on banked three-pointers. North Carolina A&T with their largest lead of the game. 21-15, 7:46 to go as the ball is deflected out of bounds. Liberty will put it back into play on the far side of the court, right in front of the Aggies coaching staff. Terrell Robinson, the head coach. Hodges near side, up to Ayestadis, now far wing to Moore. 10 seconds to shoot, back to Hodges, to Moore, interior, Ayestadis. Back on the outside to Hodges for 3, off the mark. Rebound though, Ayestadis resets to Boone, wide open for 3, well off the mark, and the rebound to the Aggies. Flames really struggling from outside. Back down court, a three-pointer from Locke misses, and the Flames get the rebound. Hodges' lob is stolen away by Dorsey. Dorsey has a one-on-one back down the court, and she missed, but got her own rebound. Will pull it outside and reset the offense to Bracone. Flames seem to be in a little bit of a fog at the moment, really on both ends of the court, but especially offensively. Three-pointer from Bracone, hits the back rim and pops out. The Flames get the board. Hodges up court to Boone. Boone trying to bounce it inside to Smoot, and it's taken away. A&T forces turnover number 5. They still lead 21-15 with 6:23 to go in the second quarter. Dorsey with Moore on her. Over to Clark, and Clark takes another deep shot that banks in. Not quite a 3, probably from about 18. Flames now find themselves down 23-15. Boone, far wing, steps just inside the arc and draws a foul on a jump shot. First free throws of the game for Liberty. For every free throw the Flames make this season, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to local area food banks to help our neighbors in need this winter. Asia, 75% free throw shooter, hits the first. Second free throw is also good. Flames get the first points of the second quarter. Took them a little over 4 minutes to do it. Had been a 9-0 run for North Carolina A&T. Dorsey with the basketball. She's going to drive to the hoop and missed. Steenbergen had the rebound, but then had it poked away from her. And the Aggies will have another chance on this possession. Dorsey at the top of the arc. Moore pokes it away, but Dorsey's able to regain it. She'll now drive to the hoop, kick far wing to Douglas. Her three-pointer comes up short. The rebound is tipped all the way outside to Boone. Boone leads a 3-on-1 break. Ball fake, drives, and scores. Asia Boone froze the defender, got the easy lay-in. Well, it wasn't as easy as she made it look easy. And then after the play, the Aggies turned the ball over on the inbound. The inbound pass put the recipient kind of in a tough spot. Douglas shuffled her feet, and Liberty will get the ball back, trailing by 4. Comes up top to Moore. Moore, near side corner to Boone for 3. Got got it. Asia Boone from 3rd Street. And just like that, the Flames have cut this back to a 1-point game. After a 9-0 North Carolina A&T run, the Flames have scored 7 straight. Dorsey on the drive, and she's fouled. The question will be, was it on the ground or on the shot? I think it's going to be on the shot, and Dorsey has not gotten up yet. A little slow. I think it will be on the shot. As she was going up, she kind of got her arm pulled down, and that might have hurt her shoulder just a little bit, but she seems to have shaken it off, heads over to the huddle. She'll shoot some free throws when we come back from this timeout. 4:47 to go in the second quarter. Liberty trailing by 1, 23-22. They're on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
When it was time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call, and that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs.
Thanks, Nick. And Flames Nation, let's talk about how we can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter, at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks, and as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
Check out Liberty men's basketball during the Christmas and New Year holiday.
To the rim. Oh, what a hammer with the right hand.
Cash in on the Flames 4 for $45 deal. Pick 4 games from North Carolina A&T, St. Andrews, UT Arlington, Western Kentucky, and Middle Tennessee, and get a ticket to each for just $45. That's 4 games for just $45. It's the perfect Christmas stocking stuffer. Get yours at lubasketball.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
Liberty Pep Band keeping the crowd going. Not a bad crowd for a Saturday afternoon. Start of a doubleheader. A day-night doubleheader. Mississippi Valley State will be in to play the Liberty men's team at 7 o'clock tonight. 23-22, North Carolina A&T on top of the Lady Flames. Liberty on a 7-0 run, but the Aggies will be shooting a couple of free throws to try to end that run. That was after a 9-0 run by NC A&T. Asia Boone with 7 points leads the Lady Flames. Sanaya Clark has 9, is a perfect 4-4 from the field, and hit a 3-pointer as well. A couple of banked in 3-pointers in the game. Clark had one for the Aggies, and Peen Steenbergen went to the bank for the Flames from outside. Jordan Dorsey's first free throw is off the mark. 82% free throw shooter on the year. Misses them both. This is an A&T team that actually shoots pretty good from the free throw line, just below 70%. That's okay. I mean, it's not a poor shooting team. As the Flames try to get it across half court, and they don't. And there wasn't heavy pressure. I think Liberty just sort of lost track of how much time was on the clock, and 10 seconds expired. Unfortunate turnover gives it back to North Carolina A&T after the Aggies missed both free throws. Dorsey up top to Douglas. Douglas off of a screen, looks postward, nothing there. Back to Dorsey. Dorsey will pull from just inside the arc. Banked it off, hard off the glass in front rim. Flames get the rebound. Liberty with a chance to retake the lead. They've led by 1, trailed by as many as 8. Near wing Boone for 3, short. Rebound rebound to North Carolina A&T. Elizabeth almost got a hold of it, but couldn't quite. Down court comes Locke. Locke lost the basketball, but Moore is going to be called for a traveling violation. Moore did a good job defensively, knocked the ball loose, but she was sort of stumbling backwards because of the contact. So when she grabbed the ball, she was stepping and couldn't quite plant herself. Coach Green will take the effort for sure. Brooke has played well while she's been out there on the defensive end for sure. She'll check out of the game. The inbound pass comes out to Dorsey for North Carolina A&T. We'll reset the lineups here in just a moment. Pass to Clark. Clark hands it back to Bracone. Now to Curtis. Curtis far side to Dorsey. Dorsey with Bedoza on her. Will bounce it in the middle, and Locke can't handle it. Does save it from going out of bounds, but it goes right to a Lady Flame. Liberty with the ball back, trailing by 1. 3:15 before halftime. Bedoza out to Ayastadish. Now far side to Hess. Hess lobs to Smuda. Smuda then over to Boone. Boone thought about the 3, bounces it back to Smuda. Smuda gives to Boone, and Boone's jumper from just inside the arc comes up short. Rebound to the Aggies. They're back on offense. Setting things up is Dorsey. To the near side, Locke. Locke with Hess putting a hand in her face. Will dribble around a hedge. Go in on Hess. Missed the shot. Got her own rebound. It's loose on the floor, but there's going to be a foul called against Liberty. Hess tried to draw the charge in that spot. She went flying after the missed layup. Players got tangled up, and the call went against Liberty. Ayastadish picks up her first personal foul. Bracone on the drive, has her shot swatted down by Smuda, and the Flames come away with the basketball. Hess to Boone for 3. Boom! Defense turns to offense, and the Lady Flames take a 2-point lead. That all started with Bella Smuda blocking the shot, keeping it in play. It led to a fast break for Liberty. And another Asia Boone 3-pointer. She now has 10 in the game, 10 points in the game. 25-23. NC A&T going to try to answer. The 3-point shot from Curtis is off the mark. Smuda volleyballs the rebound to herself, and the Flames go back on offense. Claudia Athene, who had just checked in a moment ago, to Hess. Hess for 3, too strong. The rebound went over the head of Dorsey, but all the Flames had vacated the area, which not going to make Coach Green happy at all. That was a rebound that was just laying there to pick up. There was nobody to pick it up. Aggies back on offense, trailing by 2. Dorsey comes near side to Clark. Clark for 3, way off the mark. Rebound off of some fingertips to Athene. Athene drives up court. And now into Ayastadish. Skip pass across to Boone, to Hess, now to Smuda. Smuda handles it down low and banks it home. Largest lead of the game for Liberty. They're up 27-23. Flames on a 12-0 run. 43 seconds to go until halftime. Bracone with the basketball for the Aggies. 14 seconds to shoot. Up top, Curtis, her 3-pointer comes out, but an offensive rebound to Clark. They'll reset. About a 10-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Dorsey one-on-one with Boone. Backs her way down low, comes outside to Curtis, now far side to Locke. Locke with 4 on the clock, dribbles all the way to midcourt, gonna have to just heave something up and doesn't get a shot off in time. And even if the shot would have been in time, it was blocked by Smuda. Horn sounds, the Flames will have it with 10 seconds to go before halftime, Liberty leading by 4. Flames are gonna take a timeout. That is rare. You see that in the men's game, you don't see that in the women's game very often. Because in the women's game, all timeouts carry over into the second half. On the men's side of things, you have basically a use it or lose it first half timeout. So a lot of times, at any point in the first half, you might see a men's coach call a timeout, but especially in a spot like this, 10 seconds to go before halftime, use a timeout, set up a play. But on the women's game, you can use all 4 of those timeouts in the second, and you can use all 4 of them in the final minute of the game to advance the basketball. So most coaches try not to use a timeout unless it's absolutely necessary. But Coach Green sees an opportunity to extend this lead, continue the momentum into halftime, so he wanted to drop a play. Estadish will inbound. Claudia Athene running the point. She'll pick the ball up near midcourt. Now to Boone. Boone with 8 seconds to shoot, back to Athene. She drives towards the corner, is cut off. Dishes it out to Hess. Hess for 3, short. Rebound, Smuda. Her putback is no good. She was wanting a foul, and there was none. Bella got the rebound as time was winding down. They'd have probably had to review it if there would have been a foul call, because it might have been either just before or right as time expired, but it certainly looked like she was fouled. She got the board and then tried to shoot the ball. The official's interpretation might be that Bella initiated the contact. She got the board and then just kind of pushed the shot into the opponent, but that's usually called a foul about, I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times. You factor the timing of the game, and that probably is why it was the 1 out of 10 times that the foul wasn't called. But either way, the Flames do have a run going. They've scored the last 12 points, turned an 8-point deficit into what is currently a 4-point lead at the break. We'll take a timeout as well when we come back to Carl Miller halftime show. Jason Prill. How about that? It's a special day. We've got Jason Prill in the studio. He's doing double duty today, as he'll be doing the studio work for Allen on the Liberty men's game later tonight when they take on Mississippi Valley State. So a busy day for Jason, and he'll get us an update on what is a busy day around college athletics as well. Some college football championship games going on and an awful lot of college basketball to talk about. Jason will do just that when we come back from this break. Lady Flames leading 27-23 at halftime here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Save big during Lynchburg Nissan's model year-end sales event. Get $8,200 off remaining Pathfinders in stock. Plus, every vehicle comes with our unbeatable 1 million-mile powertrain warranty. Stock is limited, so hurry into Lynchburg Nissan or shop 24/7 at lynchburgnissan.com.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord. And coming soon, Larry's Tire will expand to a new service center in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com. The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cyber cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Lynchburg Nissan's model year-end sales event is here. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months on Classy Rogue or save up to $6,500 on Frontiers. Pair these deals with our exclusive 1 million mile powertrain warranty. Visit Lynchburg Nissan today.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report, presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team, proud supporter of the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now let's get a check of the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
McCollum on the drive, has her shot swatted down by Smuda, and the Flames come away with the basketball. Hess to Boone for three. Boom! Defense turns to offense, and the Lady Flames take a 2-point lead.
That lead would stretch up to 4 as Liberty goes into the half, leading North Carolina A&T 27-23. They finished the half 12 on a 12-0 run. Asia Boone leading all scorers in the ball game with 10 points, 3 of 9 from the floor as the Flames lead by 4. It's time for a check of the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll start with Conference USA. Some good games going on right now with 3:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Coastal Carolina, they are 5-1 to open up the season, taking on a pretty good Jacksonville State team as well. But it's the Lady Chanticleers who lead 51-42 with 3.5 left to go in the final period. Also in the fourth quarter, FIU, they are all over Yale, 68-52. In that one, coming down to the end, and a good one out in Nashville. It's been back and forth for much of the afternoon, but a big first quarter for Belmont have them over top of Middle Tennessee, 59-51. The Blue Raiders on the verge of dropping to 7-3 overall. Sam Houston, they are down big to UTSA, nearing the half, 29-16, as the Lady Bearcats have yet to really find their stride in that ball game. Coming up later in Conference USA action, 4 o'clock, Louisiana Tech. They will be at home against Alcorn State, as Louisiana Tech 4-3 on the season and 3-1 inside the Thomas Assembly Center in Ruston, Louisiana. One game in the top 25 going on right now, and it may be time to put number 7 Maryland on upset alert. They trail at the half against Purdue on the road, 38-29. As Purdue has led the entirety of the ball game to this point, they lead by 9 at the half with still 20 minutes left to go in that one. Some games later at 4 o'clock, number 6 USC taking on Oregon. Good battle out west. Tennessee and number 17 Iowa, a battle of unbeatens at 7 o'clock on Fox tonight. And then a big one tonight at 9. Number 22 Louisville, they will travel to take on number 2 UConn. That one, you can catch that on Fox as well at 9 o'clock. Well, that's all the time we have for the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. When we come back, though, we will preview the men's game later and also look ahead to Liberty's bowl game. They will be in the Bahamas. We'll get you the information for that one when we come back on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-5500 888-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPro's 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Now back to the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Once again at the half, 27-23, Liberty over top of NC A&T. Jason Prill here with you as we continue with our halftime report. As it's time for a quick update on Liberty Athletics. The Lady Flames not the only one taking the court inside Liberty Arena. The men's team, they will take to the floor later this evening going up against Mississippi Valley State. Mississippi Valley State, according to the KenPom rankings, are the worst team in Division I college basketball. They're 2-7. Both wins have come on their home floor. Liberty, heavy 34.5-point favorites in this one. They come in 8-1 on the season. And if you haven't heard yet, the Flames are going bowling yet again. January 4th. Mark your calendars. Get your flights down to the Bahamas as they will take on Buffalo. It'll be an 11 a.m. Eastern kickoff. Coverage on the Liberty Flames Sports Network will come your way beginning at 9:30. You can get your tickets for the bowl game and find out more information at libertyflames.com. Well, that's all the time we have for the halftime report. Once again, Liberty on top of North Carolina A&T. The Lady Flames lead it 27-23 after finishing the first half on a 12-0 run. When we come back, Jamie Hall will take you the rest of the way in the ball game as we have more Lady Flames basketball on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local buyer.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half. Presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. Lady Flames on top at halftime after trailing for the majority of the first half of the game. They were down by as many as 8 after a 9-0 Aggie run. But then the Flames have scored 12 straight since then and lead 27-23. Liberty a slight edge in rebounding, 19-18. That was something that we were going to keep our eyes on. Turnovers, 10 for the Aggies, 8 for the Flames. Shooting percentage, both teams, well, the Flames well below their season average. The Aggies actually a little bit above their average. They're shooting 38.5%, 10 of 26, 2 of 9 from 3, which is dead on their average from three-point land this year, 22%, 1 of 5 at the free throw line. Flames 11 of 30 overall, 37%, 3 of 13 from 3, 23%, normally shooting 38%. So the Flames not shooting the ball well from outside. Those numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors. Liberty 2 of 2 at the free throw line, another 200 meals to local area food banks through the Food Line Feed Score to Give More campaign. Points off turnovers, 5 for Liberty. Points in the paint, 14-12 Flames. Second chance points, 4-2 A&T. Fast break points, 5-0 Liberty. And bench points, 9-2 in favor of the Lady Flames. Clark, the leading scorer for North Carolina A&T. She has 9. Asia Boone with 10 points leads Liberty. A couple of three-pointers for her. 6 points, 4 rebounds for Bella Smuda. 5 points off the bench for Payne Steenbergen, and a team-high 5 rebounds for Elizabeth Ayestadish. It will be Liberty basketball to start the second half. Lady Flames in the white uniforms, red numbers, baby blue trim. North Carolina A&T in the dark blue uniforms, white numbers, and gold trim. Flames have the script Liberty across the chest, and North Carolina A&T has the interlocking A&T logo. No actual words on their uniform, except for the names of the players on the back. Flames don't have names on the back. They've got the Liberty logo above their number. Flames the basketball. Goes to Smuda. Smuda will dribble it down low. Fades and hits. And gives off a yell as she comes back up court. Bella Smuda channeling her inner guard. That was a Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant type fadeaway shot from 15. 29-23 Liberty. The Flames extend their run to 14-0. Dorsey with the basketball. Waits for a screen, peels off of it, floats but missed. Clark, though, got the offensive rebound, and she's fouled. Both teams have missed their fair share of layups in this game so far, but especially North Carolina A&T. But give full credit to Shania Clark. She cleaned up the glass. She'll shoot a couple of free throws. 9 points, 5 rebounds on the game. First free throw attempts. And she makes the first. Clark, 50% free throw shooter on the year. That ends the Liberty run at 14-0. Second free throw's off the mark, though, and the rebound is eventually picked up in the corner by Liberty. Flames across half court. It goes to Boone. Boone with Dorsey on her will drive baseline. She's cut off and has it deflected out of bounds with 15 seconds to shoot. Definitely a much lower scoring game today than what we saw a week ago when Liberty put up 106 points in their win over Christopher Newport. Boone near side corner for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound to the Aggies. Dorsey, up court pass to Locke. She dumps it underneath to Curtis. 3 Lady Flames buzzed by Curtis, and somebody picked up a foul in the process. Jordan Hodges picks up the personal. Smuda got the shot block, but the foul was from below as Curtis hits the first free throw. (29-25). Now 26. 8:30 and the clock running here in the third quarter. Liberty breaks through some pressure. Boone to Hess. Hess open for three, but short. Rebound Ayestadis. She'll reset. Into Smuda. Smuda fakes the shot. Works her way into a double team. And then has it tied up. The Arrow will kick it over to North Carolina A&T. Clark forcing the turnover. Dorsey running the point. Hands off to Bracone. Bracone off of a screen will take it to the middle. Go back far side to Dorsey. Dorsey drives and scores. Jordan Dorsey, who had been pretty quiet in this game. That's her 6th point. She's averaging 18. It's back to a 1-point Liberty lead. Pass to Smuda. Smuda faked the shot from about 20 feet. Gives off to Boone instead. Now to Ayestadis, near side to Hess. 9 seconds to go. Nice pass on the inside to a cutting Elizabeth Ayestadis. She finger rolls with the left hand. Liberty back up by 3. 31-28. Dorsey with the ball for the Aggies. She comes off of a screen, will pull up from 15, banked it off the mark. Rebound to Hodges. Hodges across half court to Boone. Boone drives into the paint, dishes it underneath to Smuda. Smuda might have been a little too far underneath, kind of shot that over her head, sort of backwards. Missed the shot. A&T with the rebound. Clark on the near side to Dorsey. Dorsey back to Clark. Clark for 3. No, and the rebound is tipped to the far corner where Elizabeth Ayestadis runs it down for Liberty. 6:23 to go, third quarter. Liberty 31, A&T 28. Smuda works the post, dips it inside and lost the handle. Aggies come back the other way. Dorsey, far side to Bracone, fakes the 3, now pulls up from inside the arc and misses. Both teams' coaching staffs wanted fouls on the last possession they had. Neither get it, we play on. Smuda, a long 2 is off the mark, and we get a foul underneath the basket where Ayestadis got tied up with Bracone. Bracone hit the deck pretty hard. That will be the second foul on Elizabeth. Hodges, Boone, Ayestadis each with 2. No one on A&T with more than 1. Still 31-28 Liberty. Peen Steenbergen will check back into the game for the Flames as Clark holds the ball on the high post. Nice backdoor pass, but it was deflected away. So the Aggies will have to reset. Dorsey with 5 seconds to shoot, has Hodges on her. Works her way through a screen, forces up a jumper. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation. We'll give it back to the Flames. Everybody was kind of tangled up at the top of the arc. Hodges was trying to fight her way through that screen. Dorsey was trying to wait for that screen to sort of cement, but by the time it did, she had to just force up a difficult shot. Missed it. Flames the ball. They break through some pressure. Hodges left wide open for 3. No, and another big rebound by Clark. Not giving the Flames many second chance opportunities of late. Flames continue to shoot poorly from 3. Dorsey going to try to take one of her own. It's off the mark. Offensive rebound by Locke, and she sort of heaved it up in the air. She was falling down. Comes off the top of the backboard. Flames with the rebound up court to Hess. Her 3's off the mark. Rebound Aggies. They run it back the other way. Racone has it knocked away from behind and out of bounds with 4:38 to go. This is a Big Ten football offensive game. Well, I guess you can't really use that stereotype anymore because now that Oregon's in, Washington, USC, teams that more are known as traditional scoring offenses. But let's think Iowa versus Iowa State in their rivalry game. That's kind of where we're at. Neither team putting up a lot of points. Shooting percentages in the low 30s. And for the Flames, 18% from 3. Actually, both teams 18% from 3. Liberty 3 of 17. North Carolina A&T is 2 of 11. This brings us to a timeout. The Liberty lead is 3 with 4:38 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break as well and be back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank & Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank & Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank & Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
.438 to go in the third quarter. It's not been pretty, but the Flames have taken a 3-point lead after trailing by as many as 8. If Liberty could get the 3-point shots to start the fall, they might be able to open up a more comfortable lead in this game. Neither team has shot well from 3, but North Carolina A&T doesn't really, or hasn't at least this season, shot the ball well from outside the arc. They came in at 22%, whereas the Flames were 38%, and both squads are at 18%. Now, the one thing I will say is statistically, the Aggies do defend the 3 well this year, and they're doing that today. Flames steal the inbound, and a blocking foul is called against the Aggies. Dorsey. That's 2 on Dorsey, first player for North Carolina A&T with more than 1 foul. Claudia Athene has come back in to run the point. We see Avery Mills for the first time in the second half. Steenbergen, Boone, and Ayastadish round out the 5 for the Flames. Boone to inbound on the baseline. Lob pass comes up top to Mills. Mills bounces it back to Boone. Boone dribbles around a hedge, spins into the paint, scoops and scores. What a play by Asia Boone. Probably could have had an and one, but not called that way. On the other end, Dorsey drives to the hoop, and she will get the and one. So after Liberty opened up a 33-28 lead, A quick answer by Dorsey going the length, and she'll now have a chance to finish off the three-point play. Liberty Pep Band making their presence known behind her, or behind the basket in front of her. She makes the free throw anyway. It's a 2-point game. Liberty breaks through some pressure. Steenbergen at the top of the arc. Will attack, bounces it over to Ayestada. She's fouled. Shot doesn't quite fall. High off the glass. Kicked around the rim and went out. But Elizabeth will shoot a couple of free throws. Elizabeth with 4 points on the game, 2 of 4 shooting, 6 rebounds, leads the Flames in rebounding. This is only going to be the 3rd and 4th free throw attempt for the Flames in the game. She makes the first. Solid crowd on hand. Second free throw is off the mark. The score holds at 34-31. Get you the number on that here in a moment as Jessup lost the basketball and the Flames come out with it the other way. Boone up top to Steenbergen. Steenbergen steps it into a pass to Ayestadish. Now over to Athene. She'll try a three. Got it. Claudia Athene was dared to shoot, so she did. First points of the game for her. And then a quick turnover back the opposite way by the Aggies. They've looked a bit out of sorts the last couple of possessions. 2 straight giveaways. Claudia on the year is now, that's actually her first three-pointer of the season. 1 of 2 from outside the arc. 37-31 Flames. This matches the largest lead of the game for LU. 3:25 to go, third quarter. Claudia, she's going to step back for 2, but missed. Rebound Aggies. Dorsey drives to the paint and draws the foul. A couple more free throws ahead for the Aggies. I mentioned the attendance. 1,013. To go back and look, but that was very similar to what the attendance was for the last game against Christopher Newport a week ago. Solid crowd on hand. First of a day-night doubleheader. Liberty men will play Mississippi Valley State at 7. Dorsey makes both. 37-33. Flames with the lead. And a near steal by Dorsey as Athene tried to throw the pass up court to Hess. Dorsey knocked it out of bounds. 25 seconds on the shot clock for Liberty. They're going towards the goal on the left side of the court from our vantage point. We're on the opposite side as the team benches. Hess on the near side corner. Dribbled up to the wing and now to Steenbergen. Over to Mills. Back to Hess. 12 on the clock. Back to Mills. Mills to Hess again. Fakes the three. Gets a little space. Pulls up on the baseline and draws a foul. Seen a couple times in this game where the Aggies have been a little overly aggressive on a jump shooter and given the Flames some free throws. Asia Boone went to the line in the first half in a similar spot. Hess, an 89% free throw shooter on the year, makes the first. Emma had 14 points against the Aggies last year. That is her first point of this game. Make it 2. LU back up by 6. Steenbergen, Athene, Mills, Hess, and now Smoot up defensively for Liberty. Locke with the basketball for the Aggies. Waits for a screen, peels off of it, goes to the far side of the court, drives, and is fouled. North Carolina A&T has been very aggressive here in this game of late, driving to the hoop and getting some free throws out of the deal. They're going to be shooting their 13th and 14th free throw of the game. Flames with only 6 free throw attempts. Locke makes the first. Paris Locke, 6-foot-tall sophomore out of Baltimore. 53% free throw shooter on the year. Makes them both. (39-35). Aggies show pressure. Flames break through it. Steenbergen going to drive and then try to dish it off to Smuda, cutting to the hoop, but the pass is stolen away. Locke back the other end. 11th turnover for the Flames. Goes inside to Yarborough. Yarborough spins and traveled. She went to the middle. Smuda was right there with her. So where I think she thought she was going to have a shot attempt, there was no space to take the shot. She took an extra little slide, and that was too much. Flames up 4 with the ball. Athene towards the hoop, now kicks it outside to Smuda. To Mills. Mills drives and scores. Avery Mills. Some deceptive quickness. Again, slows everything down and then speeds up. Flames back by 6. 1:40 to go in the third. Douglas far side to Dorsey. Dorsey jump stop, lobs to Yarborough, and Yarborough's able to put it in. Offense is picked up of late for both teams. 41-37 Liberty as we approach 1:15 to go here in the third. Three-pointer Athene is short. Rebound A&T. Dorsey, the length of the court, scores. Dorsey has picked it up as well. She now is in double digits. 13 points for her. Averages 18 a game. Flames get through the trap, go to Hess. Hess drives and fouled. Emma Hess will shoot 2 free throws. 47.2 to go in the third. Liberty up by 2. Rebounding is now 29-24 in favor of the Aggies, including 8-7 in offensive rebounds and a 5-2 advantage in second chance points. First free throw by Hess is short. She turns around, is disgusted. She doesn't miss very many free throws, certainly doesn't miss many that don't make it above the rim. Second one's good. (42-39). Liberty with the lead. A&T with the basketball. Locke to Dorsey. Tries to throw it inside to Clark, and she's fouled. Flames are over the limit, so some free throws for Sanaya Clark. 50% free throw shooter on the year. Foul call goes against Smuda. That's her first. Clark makes the first free throw. A&T back up to 67% for the game from the free throw line, 10 of 15 after a slow start in that regard. They missed the second. The lead is 42-40. 3-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Anna Bedoza running the point for Liberty. Goes baseline, is cut off, gives it back to Hess. She'll take a 3, it's off, but Brooke Moore gets the rebound and she's fouled. And I believe that is the 5th foul against the Aggies, which will put the Flames at the free throw line. Flames almost could have held for the final shot of the half if they would have taken the shot. I mean, they'd have had to take it with 4 or 5 seconds to go to avoid the shot clock violation, but as it works out, leads to an opportunity at the free throw line. However, the first free throw pops out. Moore on the season, a 60% free throw shooter, will have a second attempt. Makes it. Liberty up 43-40. And now A&T will have an opportunity, if they would like, to hold for the final shot of the quarter. 10 seconds to go as Dorsey dribbles it into the offensive end. She takes it towards the paint, working on Bedoza. Shoots over the top of her and banks it in. 2 seconds as it comes into Bedoza. She goes 3/4 court, but comes up short. So out of that last 33 seconds, the Flames score 1 at the free throw line. A&T scores 2 as Dorsey gets her 15th point of the game. And that cuts the Liberty lead down to 1, 43-42, as we head to the final 10 minutes. We'll take a break and recap how we got to this point after this timeout on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
Offense went up a little bit in the third quarter. Flames are leading North Carolina A&T 43-42. Flames scored 15. Aggies scored 14 in the first quarter. Then the Flames put up 12 and the Aggies 9 in the second quarter. And both teams had their highest scoring quarter of the game in the third. Aggies with 19, the Flames with 16. Shooting percentages have ticked up. Both teams are now in the upper 30s. 39% for the Aggies, 36% for the Flames. Three-point shooting has been the biggest issue for Liberty in this game. Aggies have only shot 22% on the year. They're shooting 18%, so they might be a -3 or so from their norm. But the Flames have taken 20 shots and have only hit 20%, 4 of 20. They normally hit 38%. So you figure that's probably somewhere around a -9 for the Flames. So if the team shoot their normal percentages, Liberty would be up by 6 or so more points than they are at the moment, but the threes just aren't falling. Bedoza with the basketball. Liberty has it to start the fourth, leading by 1. Hess now to Ayestadish, over to Moore. Moore bounces it into Ayestadish. She backs her way down low, kind of lost her footing a little bit, has to just turn, miss the shot, and the rebound to the Aggies. Awkward offensive possession for the Flames. A&T with a chance to retake the lead. Cone to Curtis. Curtis a long 2, and it's an air ball. Bedoza picks it up before it goes out of bounds. And we'll now run it across half court. Set things up for Liberty. Brooke Moore, far wing. She's going to drive. Missed the shot, got her own rebound, and her putback is good. Moore got hit when she went up the first time. There was no call, but she stuck with it and eventually got the 2 points. Anyway, Liberty up 45-42. Curtis to Dorsey. Dorsey lobs it to Clark. Clark at the free throw line. Has Smuda on her. Passes over to Dorsey. Dorsey backdoor to Locke, and Locke is fouled. Stodish picks up the personal. A couple more free throws for the Aggies. North Carolina A&T in the game so far. This will be their 17th and 18th free throw attempts. The Flames with 10. First free throw is good by Locke. Paris Locke. Now has 5 points in the game. 3 of those from the free throw line make it 4. It is back to a 1-point game. Aggies showing pressure, and a blocking foul is going to be called against Dorsey. Tried to step in and get in front of Bedoza, but didn't get there in time. That is her 3rd personal foul. Flames throw away the ball on the inbound. Turnover number 12 for the Flames. They've actually done much better in that regard since the first quarter of the game. They've forced more than they've given up. We're going to have a traveling violation that continues that trend for A&T. Howard shuffled her feet. 17 turnovers for the Aggies. Again, the 12 for the Flames. Flames break through some pressure. They get it to Moore, and Moore took an extra step. So 3 straight turnovers between the teams. 8:08 to go in the 4th quarter. Liberty up by 1. Aggies Dorsey lobs it up to Bracone. Bracone has Bedoza on her, waits for a screen from Howard, bounces it inside to Clark. Clark goes over the top of Smuda, misses the shot. The rebound tips around some fingertips and eventually comes down in the hands of the Lady Flame. Bedoza has her pass deflected out of bounds by Bracone. 18 seconds to shoot for Liberty. 7:37. This game is flying right along. Here in the 4th quarter. Hess with the basketball at the top of the arc. Looks into the eyes of the amoeba-like zone of the A&T Aggies. Over to Hess. Hess bounce pass into Smuda. Smuda missed the shot. Stodish got the rebound. Both players got fouled. No foul either way. The crowd is beside themselves. Coach Green is as well. Clark with the ball for the Aggies. Backdoor pass to Bracone. She got away with a traveling violation. Well, no, she didn't get away with it. A late whistle, but they got the call right. And Stodish is still complaining about the other end of the court. 2 players for the Flames got fouled on that last possession. I mean, it was pretty clear. And they played on. No home cooking for Liberty in this game. They've been outshot at the free throw line 18 times to 10. Hess with the ball far wing. She's going to drive towards the hoop. She goes up and lays it in. Little teardrop on the baseline for Emma Hess. First field goal of the game for her, 5 points. It's 47-44. Liberty up, 6.5 to go. Dorsey off of a screen will pull from just inside the arc, missed the shot, but Howard got the offensive rebound. She'll retreat it back out to Bracone, and Bracone over to Dorsey again. More on her with 10 seconds to shoot. Dorsey still on the dribble. Bounces it to Clark. Clark gets Smuda in the air once, twice, out of bounds, off of Smuda with 1 second on the shot clock. Clark was able to ball fake a couple of times, but then lost the handle when she went up for the shot. It did go off of Bella, but they're only going to have 1 second to shoot. The inbound pass comes to Bracone, and her shot was partially blocked by Smuda as the horn sounds. Liberty forces the turnover. Flames lead by 3. Bedoza running the point. Hesitates, now she'll drive, and missed. Rebound to A&T. Dorsey back the other way. Out to Clark. Clark for 3, off. And Bedoza pulls the rebound in on the wing. Up to Boone. Boone to Hess. Hess for 3, in and out. Flames just have not been able to buy a big three-pointer in this game. 4 of 21. Timeout going to be taken by the Aggies. 5:29 to go in the game. The Liberty lead is 47-44. We'll take a timeout as well and be back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Check out Liberty men's basketball during the Christmas and New Year holiday.
To the rim. Oh, what a hammer with the right hand.
Cash in on the Flames 4 for $45 deal. Pick 4 games from North Carolina A&T, St. Andrews, UT Arlington, Western Kentucky, and Middle Tennessee, and get a ticket to each for just $45. That's 4 games for just $45. It's the perfect Christmas stocking stuffer. Get yours at lubasketball.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
This is one of those games that you're not going to be awfully happy to have to break down the film afterwards, either team. It's not been particularly pretty, but whoever is able to squeeze out the victory will feel pretty good, almost like winning a heavyweight slugfest. All you worry about is getting the decision. Doesn't matter if it's a split decision or unanimous or a knockout. You just want to get the win. Currently, the Flames are leading 47-44 with 5:29 to go in the game. Jason Prill will have a complete look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. I do want to tell you that Arizona State beat Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game. And in the MAC football championship, Ohio with an easy win against Miami, 38-3. This is the first of a day-night doubleheader in Liberty Arena. Liberty men will play Mississippi Valley State at 7 o'clock tonight. Flames have the starters back on the court. Hodges, Hess, Boone, Ayestadish, and Smuda. Inbound pass comes to Clark for A&T. Now to Dorsey. Dorsey hands off on the far wing to Locke. Locke picks up her dribble, goes back to Dorsey. Dorsey with 10 seconds to shoot. dribbles off of a hedge. The pass is deflected. It's loose on the floor and out of bounds to A&T. Ayestadish had it underneath her. She was actually kind of sitting. Her back was, the ball was on the floor and her back was on top of the ball, and it eventually went out of bounds. 4 seconds to shoot for the Aggies. Inbound pass up to Bracone. Her three-pointer is off to the right. The rebound is tipped to the far side corner where Boone gets it. Flames with the ball back up court to Hess. Outside to Hodges. She'll slow things down. Takes a dribble and goes to the far wing. Now back to the middle. Near side to Boone. Boone with 11 on the shot clock. As the shades are opened here in Liberty Arena, and some light shines in from that end zone over to Hess. Hess inside to Smuda, and Smuda turns but doesn't get the shot off in time. The horn sounds. Shot clock violation. We'll give the ball back to North Carolina A&T, and we have now crested the 5-minute mark of this fourth quarter. With the dead ball, we come to a media timeout. Still a 3-point Liberty lead. It will be Aggies basketball when we return here on Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com. and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
This broadcast of Liberty Flames Athletics is brought to you through underwriting support from Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. They offer complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord, and a new service center coming soon in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Flames cheerleaders on the floor, throwing some t-shirts out to a crowd of over 1,000 here in Liberty Arena. They're watching their Lady Flames in a battle with North Carolina A&T. Liberty up 47-44 with 4:36 to go in the game. It will be Aggies basketball when we get back underway. Liberty Pet Band. Little Four Seasons. Let you listen a little bit. Never seen the show Jersey Boys? You should. One of the iconic voices in the history of music. Well done. One of my favorite selections that the band plays. 47-44, Liberty with the lead. North Carolina A&T with the ball. Clock running, under 4:30 to go in the game. Dorsey at the top of the arc, dribbles off of a screen, takes a contested jumper and missed it. Ayestadish pulls down the board for Liberty. Dorsey with 15 points, but now only 6 of 16 from the field. Liberty's Hodges goes over to Smuda. Smuda hands it right back to Hodges. Hodges pulls back for a long 2 and hits it. Huge shot for Jordan Hodges, who has not had one of her better games. First 2 points for her. It's now 1 of 6 from the field. 17 minutes of playing time. But she picked a good time to hit one. The senior comes up clutch, and the Flames lead 49-44. Trying to answer is Locke. Her shot is a miss, and the Flames get the rebound. Smuda pulls it in. Get you the minutes on Bella here in just a moment. Boone first, though, is going to drive, scoops to the hoop, and draws a foul. Asia Boone will shoot a couple of free throws to try to extend what is currently a 5-point Flames lead. If she hits both, it would be the largest lead of the game for the Flames so far. They've trailed by as many as 8. Smoot has played 30 minutes in the game to this point. She'll get a rest at the moment. Steenbergen comes in, so the Flames will play small. Liberty without Emily Howard, who went down with an injury in practice yesterday. Boone's first free throw is well off to the left. See a bad miss from Asia, who doesn't miss many free throws. We saw a bad miss from Emma Hess as well. Second free throw is also off the mark, but Steenbergen gets the offensive rebound. The lead holds at 5. Open Hess 3, in and out. We've had a couple of those just halfway down, but will not go through. Flames continue to struggle from 3. A couple of those and they could put this game away. Cone with the basketball for the Aggies. She's guarded by Steenbergen. Now to Dorsey with Hess on her, off of a screen to the near wing. Nothing there. Has to kick it back outside to Howard. Lob pass to Clark, and Clark scores. Taking advantage of that smaller lineup that the Flames have in. Clark has made it a 3-point game. Boone going to drive, ball fake, drives to the hoop on the left side and scores. Again, Asia Boone freezes the defense with that hard pass, the fake, and then lays it up to push it back out to a 5-point lead. Dorsey out to Locke. Locke with 15 seconds to shoot, 2:20 to go in the game. Back to Dorsey. Dorsey, a long 2 is off the mark, but an offensive rebound to Bracone, and they'll reset. Hess on her. Bracone all the way to the basket, and she draws a foul. 2 free throws ahead for the Aggies. Iastadish picks up the personal foul, which is her 4th. First free throw by Bracone is good. It's the first player in the game for the Flames with more than 2 fouls. It's now 4 on Elizabeth. Locke hits both free throws, back to a 3-point game. North Carolina A&T has Dorsey and Bracone each with 3 fouls, but no one with more than 3. A timeout taken by A&T. They'll have 2 timeouts left. The Flames have 3. Both teams with 2 fouls in the 4th, so they have 2 fouls to give. 2:08 left and a 3-point Liberty lead. I wonder if that timeout was to set up some pressure. As Liberty now breaks huddle. Steenbergen, Boone, Hodges, Hess, and Smuda. And it is some full court pressure being shown by the Aggies. Inbound pass comes to Hodges. It's deflected back to Steenbergen. Steenbergen now across half court to Hodges. Not the easiest trip up court, but the Flames do make it across without turning the ball over. Boone at the top of the arc. Zone defense for A&T. Backdoor pass to Smuda. She's wide open and banks it in. Bella Smuda was just kind of patrolling the baseline. No one was on her. Liberty's up 53-48. Give the assist to Emma Hess, her 5th of the game. 1.5 minutes to go. On the near side, Bracone comes back up top to Locke. Now far wing to Dorsey. 7 seconds to shoot. Dorsey crosses it over, kicks it far wing A long two is off the mark. Nice box out by Jordan Hodges to get the rebound off of the miss from Howard. The 5'6" Jordan Hodges. That could possibly be disputed. 5'5", 5'6", somewhere in that neighborhood. Shortest player on the court for the Flames was the one boxing out for the board. Liberty gets it across half court. Now a minute to go. Over to Boone for three. Short. And the rebound to Locke. Flames just cannot hit a three to put this game away. 5-point lead as Bracone brings it down court for the Aggies. Out to Locke. Locke back near side to Bracone. Her three-pointer is good. So the Aggies hit a huge three-pointer. Cut this down to a 2-point game with 45 seconds to go. I believe the Aggies took the timeout, which means the Flames would have to take their own timeout to be able to advance the ball, which they probably will. Liberty still has 3 timeouts left. This is a 30-second timeout. Aggie's going to probably set up something defensively, but I believe if Coach Robinson would have waited, Coach Green would have done the same thing and then advance the ball, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Now Kerry Green takes the timeout and indicates that he wants to inbound in the front court on the side nearest to us, on the near side opposite from the bench. So out of that, and it's the heat of the moment. I know Coach Robinson just after the made three called the timeout was wanting to set up some pressure to force a turnover, but I believe the Flames would have done his bidding for him and called the timeout themselves, which would have saved one in his pocket. Instead, he'll have only 1 timeout left. The Flames with 2. 45.1 seconds left. Liberty up by 2. A&T with the big three-pointer. Get themselves back into this game. And the Flames still struggling from outside the arc. 4 of 22. Hess to inbound. Gets it in to Ayastadish. Back to Hess. There's a pretty big gap in the shot clock and game clock, so the Aggies do not have to foul. Only trailing by 2. Comes near side to Hess. Hess is going to drive baseline. She's cut off. Kicks over to Hodges. Hodges for 3. Boom! Jordan Hodges, 2 huge shots down the stretch run of this basketball game. Liberty back up by 5. Dorsey with the ball for the Aggies. Goes far side to Bracone. Down to 15 seconds to go. Bracone back to Dorsey. Dorsey's going to drive into the paint. Offensive foul. Give it back to the Flames. Asia Boone stepped in and drew the charge on Dorsey. 10.8 seconds to go. Liberty leading by 5 and will take a timeout to advance the ball again. Both teams will have 1 timeout remaining. Asia Boone was in good position, but I think as much of that offensive foul was the fact that Dorsey was just a little bit out of control. For Dorsey, as this is going to be a full timeout for the Flames. That was her 4th personal. Bracone also with 4. So it wasn't the best of the games for Jordan Hodges. She was 0 of 5 from the field. Didn't have any assists. Only played about 15 minutes as we were somewhere around the 5-minute mark of this 4th quarter. She came back in, and then since then, hit a long 2, hit a 3, and had probably the toughest rebound of the game on the defensive end. All in the span of the last 3 minutes or so of this contest. Liberty up by 5. They'll inbound in front of the bench this time. Inbound comes to Boone, and no foul yet. Boone still dribbling, comes near side to Ayestadish, down to 5 seconds to go. And A&T not going to foul. Flames run the clock out. Time expires. And Liberty gets a 56-51 victory. Last week, the Flames won, having scored 106 points against Christopher Newport. They score 50 less points in this game, but are able to battle out the win and move the record to 5-3 on the year. Aggies fall to 2-5. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Coca-Cola locker room report. We'll have a chance to talk to Coach Kerry Green as well as our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game a little bit later on. Liberty with a 5-point victory. And we'll take a break as the teams huddle up near midcourt. Going to have a closing prayer. So we'll take a break and be back with the post-game festivities after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Save big during Lynchburg Nissan's Model Year End Sales Event. Get $8,200 off remaining Pathfinders in stock. Plus, every vehicle comes with our unbeatable 1 million mile powertrain warranty. Stock is limited, so hurry into Lynchburg Nissan or shop 24/7 at lynchburgnissan.com.
When it was time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call, and that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs.
Thanks, Nick. And Flames Nation, let's talk about how we can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter, at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks, and as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit shoplibertyflames.com today. That's shoplibertyflames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit shoplibertyflames.com today.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydentistryva.com.
Lynchburg Nissan's Model Year End Sales Event is here. Take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months on Classy Rogue or save up to $6,500 on Frontiers. Pair these deals with our exclusive 1 million mile powertrain warranty. Visit Lynchburg Nissan today.
Game is over, but we're just getting started with the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Coming up, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair will present the final game statistics. Head coach Kerry Green will stop by to give his thoughts on the game, and we'll update the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. Now let's head back inside the arena for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. The Lady Flames get a 56-51 win over North Carolina A&T. It wasn't pretty statistically. The Flames finish up shooting 38% from the field, 22 of 58. The Aggies 34%, 17 of 50. Neither team shot well from three. Our Century Exteriors outside shooting looks like this. 3 of 14 for the Aggies, 21%. The Flames 5 of 23 for 22%. But two big threes late in the game, one for each team. It was the Flames' Jordan Hodges with her three-pointer that kind of sealed the deal in the waning seconds. Aggies were 14 of 20 from the free throw line, 70%. The Flames 7 of 12 for 58%. Another 700 meals donated to local area food banks. Through the Food Line Feeds Score to Give More campaign. Rebounding was a 37-36 Aggies edge. We talked about how this was two teams that both rebounded the ball extremely well. Who would come out on top? Overall, the Aggies did. The Flames got one more offensive rebound than North Carolina A&T. Points off turnovers, 14-6. Turnovers were 20 for A&T and 14 for the Flames. So Liberty actually did quite a good job, especially in the second half, holding on to the basketball. Matter of fact, at halftime, the Flames had 8 turnovers, and they had 6 in the second half, so an improvement there. Not as many assists as the Flames are used to. They only had 7, and 6 of those were Emma Hess. Second chance points, 7-5 in favor of North Carolina A&T. Points in the paint, 26-24 Liberty. Fast break points, 9-5 A&T. Bench points, 17-4 Flames. Dorsey's 15 led all scorers. Clark had 13 and 7 rebounds. 9 points for Bracone. Those are the leading scorers for North Carolina A&T. Asia Boone with 14 points for the Flames. Bella Smuda with 10 points, 6 rebounds. Elizabeth Ayestadish had 5 points and 9 boards. Jordan Hodges 5 points. But probably the 2 biggest field goals of the game for Hodges. The 3 that put it away and a big 2 from just inside the arc when Liberty was in desperate need of some points late in the ball game. Emma Hess 5 points and those 6 assists we talked about. Pien Steenbergen 5 points. 4 for Avery Mills, 3 each for Moore and Athene, and 2 for Bedoza. Don't believe I missed anybody as far as the scoring was concerned. Everybody who played scored for Liberty. Yeah, let's see. I think that's that's pretty much it. Biggest lead for North Carolina A&T was an 8-point advantage. The Flames led by as many as 6. We had 3 lead changes. We're tied twice. The Flames led about 23 minutes of the game. 14 minutes for North Carolina A&T, a lot of that in the first quarter. With the win on the season now, Liberty is 5-3 with the loss. The Aggies are 2-5. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll throw it to the studio. Jason Prill will take a look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard, as well as get us our Freedom First Credit Union play of the game. Liberty with a 56-51 win over North Carolina A&T here in Lynchburg. Back after this on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Check out Liberty men's basketball during the Christmas and New Year holiday.
To the rim. Oh, what a hammer with the right hand.
Cash in on the Flames 4 for $45 deal. Pick 4 games from North Carolina A&T, St. Andrews, UT Arlington, Western Kentucky, and Middle Tennessee, and get a ticket to each for just $45. That's 4 games for just $45. It's the perfect Christmas stocking stuffer. Get yours at lubasketball.com.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America in logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Hess is going to drive baseline. She's cut off. Kicks over to Hodges. Hodges for three. Boom! Jordan Hodges, 2 huge shots down the stretch run of this basketball game. Liberty back up by 5.
Hodges finished with 5 points on the night, as it was those 5 points that lifted Liberty to the 56-51 victory over North Carolina A&T. Jason Prill here with you with a quick check of the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard, as we will keep our attention in Conference USA for women's basketball. There's a lot of action that's already finished up today. Coastal Carolina, they would be victorious over Jacksonville State 55-44, as the Lady Chanticleers undefeated at home and 6-1 on the season. FIU all over Yale, 82-60. FIU now with 3 wins on the young season. Belmont able to hold off Middle Tennessee after a big first quarter and a big fourth quarter, 65-52. MTSU tried to keep it tight in the middle, but Belmont just a little bit too much early going. And UTSA would dominate Sam Houston, not even close, 79-36 the final, as the Roadrunners 7-1 to start the season, undefeated on their home floor as well. Some games coming up later today in the top 25. Number 6 USC taking on Oregon at 4 o'clock. That one should be coming your way any minute now. Tonight at 7 o'clock on Fox, number 17 Iowa playing host to undefeated Tennessee, the Lady Hawkeyes and the Lady Vols, each undefeated on the year. And at 9 o'clock, a continuation on Fox, a women's basketball doubleheader. Number 2 UConn will face number 22 Louisville. That one coming your way at 9 p.m. One final from earlier in women's basketball. Number 7 Maryland, they came from behind to beat Purdue. They were down 9 at the half. They would win 78-69. We also want to remind you, coming up later this evening, Liberty men's basketball will be back in action. They will be taking on Mississippi Valley State. According to the KenPom rankings, Mississippi Valley State is the lowest ranked team in college basketball. The Flames will be at home. 7 o'clock tip at Liberty Arena. Still time to get your tickets at libertyflames.com. Well, that's all the time we have for our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. You already heard the Freedom First Credit Union play of the game, but let's hear it one more time, because we're going to hear from her in just a few moments. Here's Jordan Hodges' big 3 late in the fourth quarter.
Hess is going to drive baseline. She's cut off. Kicks over to Hodges. Hodges for 3. Boom! Jordan Hodges, 2 huge shots down the stretch run of this basketball game. Liberty back up by 5.
That was the Freedom First Credit Union play of the game. Jordan Hodges finished with 5 points. And now let's toss it back out to Jamie Hall courtside to hear from our post-game interviews.
Yeah, they're starting to trickle out of the locker room right now, and it was, again, not the prettiest of games, but a nice win for the Lady Flames. They get the victory by 5, and you put it well, Jason. Those 5 points by Jordan Hodges down the stretch were the difference, really. That's the difference between this game maybe being in overtime right now, was her 5 points. And it sometimes you look at the stat sheet, and certainly an argument would be made to talk to Asia Boone. She had 14 points. Bella Smuda had to really scrap and claw for her 10 points in this game. Elizabeth Ayestadish, she finished up with a team-high 9 rebounds. Solid game for her, put in 5 points as well. But the reason that I picked out Jordan Hodges was just the resiliency, the way the game had gone, and then to still kind of step up and hit some clutch shots to win it against a very good opponent. I don't think we talked about this enough. This is a North Carolina A&T team that is picked to win the CAA. That's a good basketball conference. They won 22 games a season ago, went to the WNIT, and won a couple of games in that postseason tournament. So a solid team for sure. A little bit of a slow start to the season for them. They're dealing with some injuries as well, but they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the CAA come the end of the year. As I look across the way, we see some of the fans lingering. A great crowd here today. There were over 1,000 folks in Liberty Arena. Second game during this stretch of it was just at the end of Thanksgiving break, and now it's kind of getting towards the beginning, final start, the beginning of the end, I guess, of the semester for Liberty. 1 week of finals left before everybody heads home. So a good crowd for the last 2 games. Good crowds all season for Liberty. If you go back, matter of fact, let's see what the average was coming into today. The Flames had 3 home games, and the average was 1,717. So not bad at all. This is going to, pull that down just a little bit, but so much of that for Liberty was that one particular game against Duke when there was almost 3,000 folks here. 2845, which was the attendance record for the Lady Flames in this arena. Flames will be back at it on Tuesday night here at home as they host Randolph. 7 o'clock game on the 11th. Then they'll have a week before they play a tournament in Cherokee, North Carolina, where they'll play Arkansas, and the winner of that will play the winner of Toledo and Troy. The 2 losers will play as well. So that's the setup as far as the rest of December is concerned. After the 19th, the Flames will have a lengthy Christmas break. They don't play again until after the new year at Western Kentucky and at Middle Tennessee in Conference USA play. So probably the toughest road trip of the year is the one the Flames will start off with, going up to, well, they'll fly into, I'm assuming probably fly into Nashville and slide up into Kentucky, play Western, and then slide back down and play Middle. And that game against Middle Tennessee is actually an ESPNU game, nationally televised on the 4th at 4 p.m. Still awaiting our interviewee, who is heading out now and making her way over. So we'll get Jordan on here in just a second. Also have a chance to talk to Coach Kerry Green coming up here in just a little bit. Opportunity to send out a couple of hellos. Brenda, listening in Shreveport, Louisiana, was talking about the music scene changing since she was at Liberty back in 73 to 76. Philip is listening from Maryland and says hello. Kay is in Grifton, North Carolina, says love the Liberty Flames. I don't know exactly where Grifton, North Carolina is. I have to figure that out. Yeah, I've been around a lot of North Carolina, but I don't know if I've ever been through or near Grifton. Wonder if that's anywhere near. Well, I'll tell you, we've got a moment. I see that Jordan Hodges is out and getting ready to head over to us here in just a second. Let's see if I can find out where Grifton, North Carolina is. I'm just curious if it's anywhere near Cherokee, which is where the Flame. Oh my goodness, it's near Tick Bite. That's the first thing that pops up on the map. Grifton, small town near Tick Bite, North Carolina. And it's actually close to the other side of the state. It's not anywhere near Cherokee. It's near Greenville, between Greenville and Kinston, North Carolina, over on the East Coast side. But it's within a short drive of Tick Bite, North Carolina. That might be my new favorite town name. Never heard of that one. That sounds like something that would be in Canada, near Moose Jaw and Tick Bite. Well, we're still awaiting our conversation with Jordan Hodges. She's across the way from us, interacting with some family members, but hasn't quite made it over on our side of the court just yet. Again, if you're just tuning in, certainly the positive in this game is that the Flames won. They won 56-51, but there was a little bit of bad news. We don't know the extent of it, but we did find out that Emily Howard was injured previous to this game in practice yesterday, and she was not dressed, did not play. So the Flames were down a player with the injury to Emily. We're going to flip things up. I think we're going to talk to Coach Kerry Green first, get a word with him as the Flames pull off a win. And as Coach gets mic'd up here, I think the way I'll describe it is this was not two featherweights going at it, dancing around. These were two heavyweights that were just slugging and taking shots and getting back up and standing 8 counts, and it was just who was going to be the team standing at the end. And you go from 106 points in the last game to 56 points in this game, but that's all you needed to win.
Yeah, we found out a way to win, and the second and fourth quarter, our defense was a little more solid, holding them to 9 points each time. We needed that, and we struggled in some areas. Took care of the ball a little bit better than season low. We're not going to talk about what it is, but it's a season low. We needed to be low. We needed to take care of the ball and at least get some shots, and that was important. Our defense, which we've been working hard on, holding them to 2 quarters, 9 points, and a low shooting percentage, and hold them to 51. I think we're averaging 55 points or something like that. So that's been a payoff of how hard we're working in practice. Sometimes things don't go quite your way, and we talk about when the ball's in your hand and you're shooting, how much percentage-wise is that of the game, and it's the statistics, the analytics, the data comes back that when the ball's in your hands, only about 5%, sometimes even lower than that. And what are you going to do the next 95%? Well, a good example was Emma has had a bad shooting day. She's a good shooter. I told her to take open shots. She took some open shots, missed them. But what else was she doing? Her offense struggled, but she never turned the ball over. And she had a career high 6 assists, and none bigger than that time that she drove baseline and threw a pass across baseline to Jordan Hodges, and she buried that big 3 to give us some breathing room for the win. And so proud of them. I mean, we had contributions from a lot of people, and it was an emotional game against a very well-coached and a team that was seasoned and picked to win their conference this coming year. So we're celebrating that. If there was a Krispy Kreme donut place, I would be going to get the Krispy Kremes right now.
Coach, you talk about Emma, and that was kind of a microcosm for the entire team. 3-point shots weren't falling. This is a good 3-point shooting team. Your squad was 38%. I think if you take this team against just about any in the country as far as a 3-point shooting contest is concerned, they weren't falling today. Now, you end up hitting a big one at the end to kind of put it away, but overall, those shots weren't falling. How were you able to be that far below the season average as far as percentage, but still be able to find the points that you needed to win? And then, I guess, talk about the defensive effort in this game, too.
Well, it just comes down to the defensive effort. It wasn't our shooting, but we got shots, and I think we got 5 more shots. Just looking down through here, how many more shots? Yeah, I got 8 more shots, and consequently, if you and I are playing one-on-one, and I give you 1 shot, and I get 8, odds in my favor. I may be a terrible shooter, but if I can just make 2, or if I make one, it's a three-pointer, I win. So just having more shots, because we forced 20 turnovers on them, and we had 14, so that's 6. It's a possibility of 6 or 18 points or whatever there, 12 to 18 points. And just having opportunities and defense. The rebounded didn't go as good as we wanted it to go. We got out-rebounded, but we knew that was their strength, and if we could match it or outperform in that area, we'd be very happy.
We don't talk enough about Elizabeth, I think, because she ended up having some foul trouble there at the end, but ultimately she was out there scrapping, finished up with 9 rebounds and kind of a quiet 5 points as well. But she seems to have a knack of being able to fight a rebound away when she needs to.
Yeah, and you really don't see how much there's not a category to share or recognize her on the defensive end. She's in position so much, and when you can position yourself in the right advantageous position, then you'll get those boards like she did. She crashed the offensive board. She had more offensive boards than she had defensive boards, but having 9 leading us, and Bellows right behind her, and right behind them was Jordan Hodges, and Jordan Hodges didn't have the minutes today. She struggled early, and but she came through at the right time, and we're certainly going to celebrate this win.
You got a couple days before you play again, but it's a pretty quick turnaround, and then you'll have another week off. Practice-wise, preparation-wise for Tuesday night when Randolph comes in, any different than a normal 3-day turnaround?
No, we'll review and start planning on the next. Typically, we 2 days before we play, we do what we call an appetizer and hit highlights of our opponent. So we'll be working on that on Monday as well as reviewing things that we need to address from today's game. But very proud of these young ladies and how we've fought back and won a big game. This is a big game.
Coach, congratulations. We'll see you on Tuesday night.
Thank you.
As head coach Kerry Green, Lady Flames get a 56-51 win over North Carolina A&T, and definitely want to mention again the fact that this North Carolina A&T team, even though the record doesn't look as good at this point in the year as they might have expected, this is a team that's picked to win the CAA, and they're coming off a 22-win season a year ago, and a lot of their offense from a season ago is back as far as the 4 starters, a lot of the scoring back, but they've struggled just a little bit shooting the basketball to begin the year. But they should certainly be a team to be reckoned with in the CAA, a very good basketball league on the women's side, on the men's side as well. Very good league all the way around as far as mid-majors are concerned. As the Flames have played quite a few of those over the years, and we now have Jordan Hodges joining us. Jordan, we've known each other long enough that we can kind of just be straight and be honest, right? Mm-hmm. You weren't playing too good today.
No, it didn't start off great, no.
First half was kind of ugly.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you guys pay attention to plus-minus. Your plus-minus was much better in the second half than in the first half. Yeah. And that's more of a hockey thing, how many points were scored when you were on the court.
Yeah.
So when you're not having a great game, mm-hmm. And, well, Emma Hess was kind of in the same boat. And I'm not trying to bring out all the negative, but you guys, shots just weren't falling. Things weren't going well. A few more turnovers than you would have liked and so on. But you had to, kind of suck it up, and you came in and hit the 2 biggest shots of the game. So for the negative that we talk about, well, first half wasn't great. You came in and you hit some clutch shots. Yeah. Is that senior mentality that you just have? You got to kind of flush it, got to forget about it.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's my senior mentality, but it's also just my resilience. I knew I was playing bad, and I was like, I constantly was thinking, like, what can I do the next play to be better? What can I do the next play to be better? What can I do off ball to be better? So I think that's where that kind of kicked in, and I felt I was a little bit more aggressive to my shot in the second half versus the first half, which also helped. The just willingness to look for my shot and hunt my shots. They always be telling me I need to do that more. But I think that was pretty much the difference, yeah.
And I think what we lose in some of this is how good North Carolina A&T is, because their record's not as pretty as it was last year so far. But that is a defensive team that doesn't really let up. Talk a little bit about what were some of the obstacles they posed in this game?
I mean, yeah, we knew they were going to come in playing scrappy defense, and I think we adjusted to it well, honestly, because in practice we've been getting on each other, preparing for this game. So I think their obstacles were a little less harder than we thought, because we pushed ourselves to that limit that we've been trying to get to since the start of the season. So they do have a really good defensive game, I can't lie, but I also think we played our best defensive game today too, making them get 20 turnovers, which was really nice to see.
It's funny, you scored 106 points to get a win a week ago, and today you scored 50 less points but got a win. So it doesn't matter how you get the win. It just keep putting those W's in the category. But from a player standpoint, how different was last week's game against Christopher Newport compared to today's game?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the ball wasn't going in the hoop. That was the biggest difference in my eyes, because I feel like Christopher Newport, we were scoring almost every possession. Let's be real. It was like every possession, if not 3-to-1 ratio, like we were scoring. But this game, it was pretty much just ball wasn't going in the hoop. I would say it's the biggest difference, but I'm just glad it didn't let us get down on ourselves, and we still were able to persevere and finish the game off with the win. So
you and Emma Hess have gone through a lot of battles in your 4 years of being around here, and the two of you, like I said, first halves you'd like to just kind of flush and forget about. But that drive that she made at the end of the game, shot wasn't falling for her, but she finishes up with a team high in assists and finds you on the other end of us. Talk us through. That was probably the biggest play of the game.
Yeah. I mean, we've been working on this all practice, our drive and get to our corners, and you'll hear Sherrard always getting on the guards' butts, like, get in your corner. So with the chemistry me and Emma have too, I knew she was going to be looking for me on that drive, and me just reading where she was going, and I was able to get to my spot. That was a pretty sweet play, I'm not going to lie. I got really hyped. she hyped me up when she was running down the court holding up the three before it even went in. So, yeah.
Yeah, she kind of predicted. Yeah, she's got a knack about that.
Yeah.
Maybe not for her own shot as much as everybody else's shots. But, okay, so now you got the win. It's finals week.
Ooh.
How was the academic side of things going? And you're going to have a game in the middle of that as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's going fine. I mean, senior year brings its own stressors, so I'm not too worried about that. My biggest thing is I have a lot of projects more than finals, so I can't relate too much to the people who have to go in and do their testing. But thankfully, I'm able to get my work done just prior to games and practices, and I take any chance I get with those little breaks that we do have to just be on my laptop and doing my homework. So, and shout out to Iggy. That's Caroline. That's my roommate. Because we've been sitting out in our common area in our apartment just doing homework together, and it's kind of like a motivator for me, which is nice. So that's how I've been pretty much getting through.
You know, and talk about Caroline, because as far as if there's anybody on this planet who doesn't deserve to have to deal with another injury, it's Caroline. But if you see her now, she's still got that same attitude and positivity that as if nothing had happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's just who Caroline is. That's why we love her. I think she's a big part of our team, almost like the glue of our team, I would say. She just brings us so much personality. And even through her injury, she's still bringing people up and lifting people up. And when she could really, let's be real, sulking, like you said, someone going through a second ACL tear. But the thing about Caroline is she's such a good person to go to when you need some encouragement or just some good words. So I love having her as a roommate and as a teammate, because she's just that person that whenever you need a pat on the back, she's there right there giving it to you. So, yeah.
And you guys, I mean, whoever's in the game, whoever's on the bench is more hype, I think, than the players on the court when the shot goes through. It's kind of fun. A lot of times I'm not even paying attention to the ball coming back up the court because I just want to see what you guys are doing whenever you're celebrating. No,
that's so real.
It's a fun group to be around. Great chemistry. And you got a few more games before Christmas. So you want to continue. Obviously, you want to continue this little winning streak and keep things going.
Yep, absolutely. That's the goal.
We'll see you Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, yep.
Good luck on all those projects.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I need it.
If you need any help, Paul Carmody is your man.
Oh,
he was really
You
good.
should have told me that. I'm going to Paul. I got
Yeah.
some papers right,
Paul
Paul.
and Joe Carmody, they're standing across the
Paul
way from
and
us.
Joe Carmody.
They were, I don't know that they were 4.0s, but I would be surprised if they weren't.
Yeah, I would be surprised they weren't either.
Big time.
Probably 4.5.
Yeah, I don't even know this new system. So you can be above a 4.0?
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some people above a 4.0. Like, those cum laudes and all that stuff, they got all those accolades.
They're just getting extra points.
I guess so, honestly. I mean, I guess it's an A+ plus maybe some extra credits and some, but yeah.
Can you buy those points?
Shoot, I wish. They can name the price. No, I'm just playing. I would never do that.
Just kidding. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Joking.
Great game at the end. I know, and I'm not going to be unreal and say it was a great game all the way through,
Yeah.
but a great finish for you and a
Yeah.
great win for this team. We'll see you on Tuesday night.
Thank you, Jamie.
And with Jordan Hodges, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. That's going to do it for us. We're going to wrap things up, get out of here. It's going to be time for some Liberty men's basketball in a few hours, and Alan York will be on the call for that. 7 o'clock, Mississippi Valley State will be playing here in Liberty Arena. So if you can't make it out, definitely tune in to Alan. And Jason is going to switch from one studio to the other, and he'll be doing all the halftime stuff for Alan a little bit later on today. So thanks to Jason Prill for doing double duty, and thank you for listening, whether it was online, on the app, on the website. We certainly appreciate that. On the Facebook live stream for those that are watching there, and YouTube as well. We appreciate that. Once more, the Lady Flames get the win, 56-51 over North Carolina A&T. Until Tuesday when they play again, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
You've been listening to the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report and Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. This game has been brought to you in part by Joe Yock with Alcova Mortgage, showing you the way home. Aqua Pros, pools, hot tubs, and hearth. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. 11 West, First Bank and Trust, the bank that puts you first. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg. Liberty Basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, the finest hand-picked specialty coffees from around the world, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. Expect the best service, prices, and care. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. The Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan, nobody beats our prices, nobody. Peary Family Dentistry. Century Exteriors, providing roofing, gutters, windows, and home remodeling. More information is available at centuryexteriors.com. Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. The Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers, Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Sarah Stinson. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence, with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw and Associate Director of Athletics Communications Paul Carmody. Liberty Flames basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.